So I'm Michael Neal, and I'm traveling in Costa Rica, pioneering ways to work remotely versus working in like Minnesota in the winter. So I've been here for a couple months now, and I've learned that money is one of the most important things to understand, and the sooner you understand it, the better. So I put together this nice little write-up on money in Costa Rica, and I thought I would add to it some color and explain a few things to you. So the local currency is called colones, okay? And they're the increments you can see, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. There's even $20,000 bills probably, but these are the size bills that you're going to see. So a single US dollar is 600 colones, so 611 actually. So a lot of things cost a couple dollars, like as you'll see what things cost here. And they cost, $2-3 is, 1,200 colones, 1,800 colones, all right? The unit of measurement, $5, is particularly great, as we'll talk about in a moment here, because you're usually buying things that are in measurements of $5, lunches and dinners and all. So you got your 10 and 20s as you see here. So as you convert a $20 bill, you hand over a $20 bill for something, you're handing over 12,000 colones, 12,000 colones. You can see on the right how things sort of match up. I'll point out right here that the units of 5 and 20 seem to be, after a couple months, where you focus in on. Yeah, dinners with drinks, being about $20, lunches being about $10 with the soda and stuff, and that's 2 5s and 120 and stuff. So kind of pay attention to that. The coins, coins are a pain in the butt. They absolutely are. They're heavy here, and you accumulate them a lot when you're paying with cash. And it's best to just use your card, as I'll talk about in a moment, so you don't accumulate these. But the 500 colones, those are just about a buck, 85 cents or so there, 75 cents. And then the hundreds, you get a stack of those, and that's what you end up collecting, is stacks of 100. Not so fun. So there are ATMs around, but in the town I'm in, there are only 2 ATMs in the whole town. All right, I'm in Puerto Viejo on the Caribbean side here, and it's not hard to get in. Sometimes you're 1 or 2 deep to get to the ATM, but it's no big deal. You just take your regular United States ATM card, and it works just fine. If you want to get your money in dollars, pay attention, because there's probably a sign that says dollars and colones, and another one that just says colones. The bank by me here has 2 ATMs, and one of them does dollars. Now, I went to go get dollars and said they were out of dollars. So just because they say they have it doesn't mean that they do. When I go to the ATM, I usually get $100, and I want to get some colones as well. So I'll get 20,000, 40,000, 60,000 colones. And I'll carry all that around with me all the time, but those are a good unit of measurement for pulling money from the ATMs. So debit cards are the way to go. And bring 2, because you may lose one. I did. And that you don't have to worry about getting change back, or really what things cost in terms of dollars or colones. It's going to get billed as colones to your card. It'll be automatically converted over. That's the hot ticket, really. So there are places where you need cash. You've got to have money sometimes because, just yesterday I took a bike ride down to a place called Manzanillo, and it was a 12-kilometer bike ride. I get there, I'm eating lunch, and I go to check out, and their online payment doesn't work because their internet is down. Well, I knew their internet was down because all lunch I couldn't get on the internet and make contact. So I had to pay with cash. So that was good that I had cash with me. I've had times where I didn't have enough cash. I had to go back to the restaurant the next day. So let's talk about what things cost a little bit here. The standard things that you're going to pay attention to. A beer. A beer is $2, sometimes 3, depending on the time of day. I went to happy hours where it was 2 beers for $1,200. They were $1 a piece, just like in college. I particularly like the local brews, and I think you will as well. There's another brand besides Imperial here called Pilsen. Same low prices. You don't drink the beer you're used to drinking. Conform to the local community here. All right. You can also get really weird sizes of beers. Huge bottles like growlers and stuff. So I'm talking about a really cold bottle of beer. Just like I like it, ice cold. So when you talk about sodas, they're just about like beer. The same kind of pricing applies. Coke bottles down here. They don't ship it from the U.S. They have bottling down here and stuff. But sodas are the same price as beer. Just think about that. I've really come to like burgers here. They just have tremendous taste to them. The ground beef isn't all packed in. You'll definitely say that. I said this is the best burger I've ever had a couple times on the trip because this one was better than the one before. But they'll cost you, $7 to $11, and that's pretty accurate. You're going to get fries with it, and sometimes you get fries and salad even with it. Not a bad deal. When we're talking about cabs, we're talking about just going from one place to another place around, not a cab ride far away to go to some place. Getting to and from town or from one end of town to the other and stuff will cost you generally $5, 2,000 to 3,000 colones. Kind of depends a little bit on the town you're in and the time of day and stuff like that. The cab you're in is just going to be a car with a thing on top that says cab. And the little tut-tuts here are really cool. I've been in one once. They're like they are in China. They got a little wheel in front and two people in back. You could even put a bike on the back of some of them. I've been renting a bike every day. Now I rent a bike for a week. I paid $6-7 a day for a few days. Had to return the bike each day and rent it again. So I just went with a week-long bike rental. I prepaid $49. Had to pay it in cash. Okay, there's times you got to pay cash. But it's a good bike with a lock, and I keep that key along with my room key around my neck so I don't lose it. If you lose a key to something, it's a bummer losing keys. Okay, so make sure you don't lose the key. I have a personal experience with that. I've not rented cars. I've not needed to, but I am on my next trip going to be looking at doing that, and I know it's very expensive. $1,000 for a month is on the low end if you're renting monthly. $100 a day is easy to spend. The insurance is one issue. The main issue and stuff. And the cars just get beat up like crazy here. Bent rims and you see motorcycles around here with their chains off. I had chains fall off my bike and stuff. So there's just a lot of maintenance that happens with stuff here. And every single car is imported here. And I haven't seen a car dealer yet anywhere. So not even a used or a new car dealer. It seems like cars are only sold and rented and all through private parties, it seems a bit. You'll like this, that their tipping situation here is pretty great. The tip is included in your bill automatically. There's no choice whether you liked it a little or a lot. It's 10%, and the state gets 13%. So, if it's $100, it's now $123, with the service fees. A lot of times they're included, okay? And there's no service fee if you're just buying products, but that's at restaurants. There's a 10% service fee. So one thing you'll discover is they're not in a hurry to get rid of you. You're at a restaurant or a bar, and they just love you just to sit and enjoy yourself, whether you want to stay for a while or not. They just like having you there. It's just a cultural thing. You're not in a hurry to get out. In the States, they want to overturn your table, get someone else in there, someone else to pay money. And just not so here. It's pura vida. So you're going to need to ask for your bill. You're just going to need to. Just me cuenta, por favor. Or you just pretend like you're writing the bill. You're writing your name on the bill itself. And they'll come over just fine with you. They have no problem splitting up bills either. That was kind of nice. We'd be at a table with 6 of us. And we're not buying each other's stuff here. And they would split it up and do it individually for you. Really nice. They're really used to that. So this little write-up on money in Costa Rica is just something I thought would be helpful. This is what I would want to know if I was coming in. Exactly these things here. if you've got other things you'd like to know about, I'm here in Costa Rica for a while still, and let's see if I can make your knowledge expand a little bit with some things here. On other topics, I've got a YouTube channel that you're welcome to like and subscribe to, and look at some of the other videos. It's Mike here in Costa Rica.